discuss the top 5 benefits that need to be improved by the VA. Chapter 35, or DEA, commonly referred to by many veterans. This is for veterans who are 100% permanent and total rated. Now, what it essentially does is it gives the dependents and the spouses an opportunity to get some money for their education, separate from the post 9/11 GI Bill and other programs that are out there. This is a really cool program if you were not able to transfer your GI Bill to your dependents. This program is older and underfunded. There needs to be several changes. First and foremost, they need to start covering some of the tuition at the same rates that they do for post 9/11 GI Bill. If you're going to keep the Montgomery GI Bill rates paid to the individuals, at least give them tuition. Now, I know this is different than the Montgomery GI Bill and the post 9/11 GI Bill because you don't have to pay into it. So probably keep the monthly stipend at the same rate, but allow for a stipend for books, allow for a stipend to pay the tuition at the school. That way that the money the dependents get actually goes to them for their living expenses. That'd be a great benefit. Also, they need to update the information that's given to colleges on this program because most of them don't even really know about it, or they assume that it's exactly the same as the post 9/11 GI Bill, and it's not. Champ VA. For those of you who know about this program, you know that this program has a bunch of problems with it. One, they need a website that is clear and concise. They need to make the process easier to apply for refunds, but just in general, they need to change the program and update it. It is just too hard to navigate, and it still works off of like mailing in things and faxing things. It needs to be updated like most insurances are, where it's an app, you could easily apply for refunds, and they also need to educate a lot of the medical providers who are denying Champ VA as a actual benefit for their dependents and for health insurance. Specifically, you'll go there and the law clearly states that if they set TRICARE and Medicare, they also have to take Champ VA. But a lot of medical offices won't take it because they don't know about it. Also, they won't take it because the reality is they're too hard to communicate with. VRNE, another education benefit that is in desperate need of an update. Specifically with VRNE, they give out too much misinformation, and the whole process in which you get approved is completely subjective to the interviewer, if they like your case or not. They need to streamline the process so that it is more based on actual rules, regulation, and eligibility requirements. Also, they need to make it easier and stop discouraging veterans from getting master's degrees. That's one part of it. The other thing is they also need to booster their information on technical programs, so skilled trade labor, like working at the Carpenters Union or Elevators Union, and make that easier so that veterans can get jobs in that skilled trade labor for those who don't necessarily want to go to college. Property tax exemptions and waivers. Now listen, I understand that a lot of veterans in different states have different rules. And while I think that Texas, Virginia, and Florida probably have the best systems for waiving property taxes for veterans, and these are state, not actual VA regulations, I think that most of the states need to update this benefit. Specifically, California, Nevada, all these other states, they have programs where they give a reduction to property tax benefits for 100% service-connected disabled veterans. And in California, for instance, it's about $1,400. What they need to do is make it like these other states where if you're 100% total and permanent, your property taxes should be waived by that state. It's just that simple. The VA tort process. This is where a veteran who gets hurt by the VA using one of their medical facilities and medical doctors can apply to kind of sue them, if you will, for malpractice. A lot of people don't understand you really can't sue the VA because a bunch of different reasons, so you have to go through this tort process. And the process, you send an application and you don't hear back from months and months later if you even qualify or if they disqualified you for time. There's no proof that you sent it in time. It's just a big mix-up, and I handled this a lot while I was in Congress. They need to make it available to be online. You can get an email back saying, hey, we received this, we've known about it. There's a bunch of different other things that need to happen with this process to make it where it favors more of the veteran who is injured than the VA protecting themselves. So that's my list of top 5 VA benefits that need to be improved or updated. But I want to hear from you guys. Do you agree with me on these? Do you have one you want to add? Or is there one you just think like, hey, it should go away, or something that needs to be created all onto itself? Let me know, and I'll look forward to hearing from you guys in the comments.